Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about methods and technologies in 3D printing. Okay, so coming to methods and technologies, we are having different types of methods as we already discussed in the last class. That is SLA, stereolithography, fused deposition modeling FDM, selective laser sintering SLS, digital light processing DLP, multijet fusion MJF, powder binding, polyjet, laminated object manufacturing, metal 3D printing process, that is direct metal laser sintering, that is DMLF. Okay, so right now we are going to see a JF regarding the how the 3D printing will works. So this is how layer by layer the object is going to print on a 3D printer. Okay, so now we will discuss about each and every method in this session. Okay, so first is the SLA, that is stereolithography, is SLA. So SLA is a process for creating three-dimensional objects using a computer controlled laser to build the required structure layer by layer. It does this by using a resin known as liquid photopolymer that hardens when it contact with the air. Starting from a 3D image, a part is built slice by slice from bottom to top in a vessel of a liquid polymer that hardens when struck by a laser beam. In this method, the type we are using is laser cured resin with high resolution and fragile, and the material you are using here is the resin. Okay, so this is the figure related to the stereolithography. So here we can see a photopolymer resin in this area, and on the platform you are going to get the 3D printed object layer by layer. So this is the resin surface. On this surface you are going to get the object, and the layer beam is spreading like this with the form of laser source, and using the elevator the bed will move up and down. Okay, so here in this GIF we are going to see the object printing by layer by using the laser beam. So this is how the stereolithography process will takes place. So this is a GIF regarding the SLA. So next method, that is fused deposition modeling FDM. This method uses a plastic filament or a metal wire as input material to an extrusion nozzle. The nozzle is heated up to a melt of the material and can be moved in both horizontal and vertical directions by CAM, that is computer aided manufacturing. The material hardness immediately after extrusion from the nozzle, and the type here you are using is the extrusion visible layer lines, and the material you are using here as PLA or ABS. So this is the diagram which show the regarding the FDM. The filament is inserted into the nozzle. From that nozzle you are going to get the 3D printed object layer by layer. The filament is let into the extruder, and the extruder uses torque and a pitch system to feed and retract the filament in a precise amounts, and the hot and heater block. So here there is a hot and heater block. It will melt the filament to a usable temperature as per the material you are using, and the heated filament is forced out of the heated nozzle at a small diameter, and the extrusion material is laid down on the model where it is needed, and on the print head or a bed the object is printed and is moved in XYZ directions for placing of the material. Okay, so this is how the FDML works, and here in GIF you are going to see the FDM working. So in this GIF, this is the nozzle where extruder will come out of either on left or right, and it is printed on the bed, and the required shape is printed on the bed which is here given in the CAD model. Okay, and the material you are used here in FDM are the PLA or ABS. So this is regarding about the FDM machine. Next, coming to next model, that is selective laser sintering, SLS. So this builds object by using a layer to selectively fuse together successive layers of cocktail of powder wax, ceramic, metal, nylon, or one of a range of other materials. The layer fuses small particles of plastic, metal, ceramic, or glass powders into a three-dimensional mass. And the type you are using in this machine is powder metal with laser, and it requires post processing. Next material you are using this is nylon and metals. So this is the GIF regarding the SLS. Okay. So by using the layer and the metal powder, the material is printed on the bed and it is cleaned on the first layer, and at each and every level you are going to get a laser beam of the required shape which is designed, and after that a powder layer is filled, and this process is followed up to the requirement of our object. So laser beam is projected onto the bed as per your required shape. So this is the other GIF regarding the SLS. So here you are going to see the object printed on the bed by using the layer beam. So from here you are going to get the laser beam light on each and every layer. So this is how the SLS will work. So next, coming to next method, that is digital light processing, DLP. DLP is similar to SLA in that it cures liquid resin using light, and the primary difference between the two technologies is that DLP uses a digital light projector screen, whereas SLA uses UV laser. This means DLP 3D printer can image an entire layer of the bit all at once, resulting in faster build speeds. While frequently used for rapid prototyping, the higher throughput of DLP 3D printing makes it suitable for low volume production runs of plastic parts. So this is about the DLP. Coming to multi-jet fusion, that is MJF. So MJF is similar to SLS. MJF also builds functional parts from nylon powder. Rather than using a laser to sinter the powder, MJF uses an inkjet array to apply fusing agents to the bed of nylon powder. Then a heating element passes over the bed to fuse each layer. This uses in more consistent mechanical properties compared to SLS, as well as required surface finish. And the another benefit of the MJF processes is the accelerated build time, which leads to lower production cost. So these are some of the products by using the MJF they are printed. So coming to GIF regarding the MJF, how does it work? It uses a nylon layer and the print carriage. As the print carriage is moving in the horizontal and vertical direction, the inkjet array will print the material on the bed. So this is how MJF technology will works. So by using the layer, using the inkjet, the material will be coated on the bed. So next, coming to powder bed and inkjet head. So Binder Jet 3D printer, also known as powder bed and inkjet and drop-on powder printing, is a rapid prototyping and additive manufacture technologies for making objects described by digital data such as CAD files. So binder jetting is one of the 7 categories of the additive manufacturing process according to ASTM and ISO standards, and the type here using is binder jetting full color fragile. material is talcum powder. So this is the figure regarding the powder jet and inkjet head. So this is the powder feed piston and it is the build piston. So using the leveling roller, it is used to roll on the bed, and by using the inkjet and part powder bed, you are going to get the 3D printed object. Okay, so this is regarding the build powder and this is the glued powder, where here you are going to get the 3D printed objects, and using this nozzle the filament will be bended into this onto the bed. So next, this is the GIF regarding the binder jet 3D printer. So this is the build part, print head and the build bed designs. This is the powder bed. So when you get a heat lamp, lightly dies and cures on the bed, and the relocated lids down by down where the material will be deposited. So this is a speeder and this is compactor. As you can see, there is a print head deposits binder based on the digital file, and the process repeated until the part is completed. Here you can see, as the material is depositing, you are going to get a print like this. So this is about the binder jet 3D printing. Next, coming to PolyJet. So PolyJet is a powerful 3D printing technologies that produce smooth, accurate parts, prototypes and tooling with macroscopic layer resolution and accuracy down to up to 0.014 mm. It can produce thin walls and complex geometries using the widest range of materials available with any technologies. And the type you are using in this methodology is UV-Cade photopolymer with high resolution, and you can use a multi-material. Next material you are using is the UV-Cade photopolymer. So here is the GIF regarding the PolyJet. So this is how the object will be printed by using the UV-Cade photopolymer. In layer by layer you are going to see the object. So this is about the PolyJet. Next, coming to other technology, that is laminated object manufacturing. So laminated object manufacturing is a very fast and inexpensive way to print 3D printed objects in several kind of materials. Sheets of material are bonded together and cut in the right geometry according to 3D model. Laminated object manufacturing is mainly used for rapid prototyping processes, not for the production. And the type here also you are using is a UV-Cade photopolymer with high resolution, and the material here you are using is plastic, paper and metal laminates. Okay, so this is the layered part and a support material. This is the platform you are going to get the object. So this is a metal here sheet and the material supply roll, and this is the heated load, and from here you are going to get the UV photopolymer laser. So in this GIF you are going to see that. So this is how the layer will be printed like this. So this is how the laminated object manufacturing will work. So as per the figure shown, here you can see the rollers, material will be feeded, and will from the top the material will be deposited on the bed. Next, coming to other technologies, that is metal 3D printing processor, that is direct metal laser sintering, DMLS. Metal 3D printing opens up new possibilities for metal part design. The process we use at Proto Labs to 3D print metal parts is direct metal laser sintering, DMLS. It's often used to reduce metal multi-parts assemblies into a single component or lightweight parts with internal channels or hollowed out features. So in DMLF is viable for both prototyping and production since parts are as dense as those produced with traditional metal manufacturing methods like machining or casting. It creating metal components with complex geometries also makes it suitable for medical applications where a part design must mimic an organic structure. So this is on the metal 3D printing process will be look like. So in the coming slides we are going to see the process. So from this GIF we are going to see, so a layer will be filled and by using the layer a metal component will be printed like this. So here also there is a other video regarding this direct metal laser sintering. So this is the machine will be look like. So when you deposit the material into the machine, by layer we are going to set the, by UV layers the material will be deposited onto the bed and the complete component will be look like this, and you are going to do the post processing after the printing of the material.